Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? What day is it? It's the day after Mother's Day. I don't know what the date is. It's the 11th. It is Monday, May 11th. And I am so excited to be bringing you a flow this morning. If you are on live, let me know if you can hear me okay before we get going. Saturday we had some technical issues, so better technical issues than other issues, so it's all relative. So glad that we got them figured out, but hopefully the mic is working today because the sound is so much better when that happens. So if you are on live, let me know and just say hi. If you're feeling feisty, tell me where you are practicing. If you're in Lincoln, that's where I am, or if you're practicing somewhere else. You get a different view this morning. Got a new little setup here that's hopefully not going to interrupt the fam quite so much. Kelly Riley, hi. I really am dying to bring someone on camera. Can you hear me okay? Can you type a little something something and say, yep, sound is good? Before I bring you on the camera, that's my threat. No, I'm just kidding. I will not bring you on the camera. But if you could tell me if my sound is okay, that would be great. You can see my, yes, sweet. No cracklings. Hi, Anne. No crackles. Here's the bad part, because the minute I go over to the mat, I don't have my camera even on selfie mode. So I literally have no idea. The whole thing could be a flop if the sound isn't going well. So, and I wouldn't know the difference. I'd just keep going until the hour is up. So, good morning, everybody. You guys ready to see a new little space that I wouldn't say we created so much. We just moved some furniture. So I'm so excited. If you're going to practice this morning, good morning. We're just double checking sound, making sure that is working. Clear sound. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around now. There we go. Make sure it's in the camera. Okay. Hope you can see my shoes in there. That's nice, isn't it? We'll move those. Okay, here we go. Move this back a little bit. All right. Some of you that have been practicing with me regularly, my husband's like, actually, really, the practices are out of the way of the fam, I would say, for the most part. It's just Saturday mornings when I do those. That one's a little harder. The 9 to 10, he's like, we got to find you another space. So here we go. Thank you for showing up this morning. Thank you for being on your mat. I feel like I had all kinds of feels this weekend. Call me nostalgic. Could have been Mother's Day, but I just felt like there was a lot of emotion coming up and overwhelm. And what actually sort of fascinated me was when I would step back in my thinking and just realize the more I kept thinking what was agitating me, the more I kept feeling agitated. And I know that sounds simple and stupid, but it's really recognizing when you get on that train, right? We can't control the thoughts that are necessarily coming in. All we have control over is the attention that we continue to give those thoughts, the power. And the minute we do, then the lens of our perception filters everything through that vantage point. And so I know this. I mean, just as you know this, I'm not telling you something that you do not know, but I'm reminding you of something that I feel like we often forget. So I was laying in bed and I was having a moment trying to sleep, but the thoughts were just reeling. And in that moment, I just reminded myself, come back to your breath. And so I just sort of watched the breath and I was just like, breathe in, breathe out, because what I was worrying about was not happening in that moment. I was trying to go to bed. Again, so simple. Breathe in, breathe out. And instantly I started to relax, and I reminded myself that really nothing exists outside this present moment, and that there is this deeper vantage point of life. There's a very sweet book by Thich Nhat Hanh called Your True Home, and I think it's 365 days. So they're literally like, I call them toilet reads, because you literally can pick them up and just read one a day. So my husband actually keeps this on his nightstand. But the message today was just this deeper view of life. And it really talked about the work of the practice of life is really understanding that there is such a vantage point. And it's very helpful to understand that impermanence is not a negative aspect of life. And as I thought about even my own thoughts, that those negativities and things that were kept coming into my head, reminding myself that even my thoughts, everything is impermanent. Thought, circumstance, I know it feels like we're going to kind of be in it forever, but we aren't. We aren't going to be in it forever. So this morning, I want to just use our practice to kind of remind ourselves about this deeper view of life, and also realizing that nothing really exists outside of this moment. And so the more we can bring ourselves into this moment, the more we actually get in touch with life, and also, hopefully, release a lot of what we might be holding on to, because most of the time what we're thinking about, that we're worried about, isn't in that moment. So let's find a comfortable seat. I do have a blanket. I even have my props in the back. You don't really need anything today, but if I do sometimes enjoy a block. I'm going to set the blanket up nice and tall. All right, close your eyes. We're going to start with a little bit of pranayama, and to bring ourselves back to center before we set our intention. So we're going to begin with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. You're going to take your index and your your index and your, what are the fingers called? The index and the middle finger, and close it in. Some days I like to rest it on my third eye, so if that feels more comfortable. And then you're going to take your right thumb on your right nostril and your ring finger on your left nostril. Now, if you're feeling congested, you have allergies, then just tap the nostril kind of a little bit more presently when you're on that side. Don't close it off if you're congested or have a cold, okay? So let's just take a couple breaths, 3 of them without holding or restricting anything. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Go at your pace. I may be cueing you too fast or slow, so just go at your rhythm. Let my cue just remind you to breathe, okay? That's really what it's there for. All right, so now close your right nostril and inhale next time on your left side. Now close the left, little pause at the top, and then exhale out right. Inhale right. Noticeable pause at the top, close right, exhale left. I say noticeable, it doesn't have to be long. Now you're going to inhale same side, left side. Close left, exhale right. Same side, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. This is actually a really helpful breath if you're ever feeling stressed. It begins to activate both hemispheres of the brain and really bringing balance through the meridian points, through your chakras. Now, if you got lost, just remember you're inhaling and exhaling on the same side. So the next time you exhale right, that'll complete the cycle, and then let your hands come together in front of your heart. Don't rush, you might need a Kleenex after. Should have brought one in here, but I didn't. Noted. Take a moment and set an intention. Let this space be here for you today to support you in whatever way you and your body are needing, in mind and body. Let this time on your mat give you a chance to both practice being in the present moment, but also to release anything you might be holding on to. Let it be a safe space that holds you. A space that, if it could talk to you, would remind you of your greatness. And to also develop a greater relationship with yourself, a greater positive relationship with yourself. If your mat could talk, it would tell you throughout the practice how strong you are, how amazing you are, the gifts that you possess. And then slowly release your chin down towards your chest. Release your hands to your legs. Inhale, lift your chin, open your eyes. Good, I'm going to switch the cross of my legs. Take my head out from underneath me. And putting my hands onto my knees. Let's start with some kind of circular cat and cows. So let's take the ribs over to the right. Drop back, so you kind of hold on to the legs. You round your back here. Over to the left and up. So you're just making a circle. Right, back, left, up, right, back, left, up. And you're breathing. You might have lost your Ujjayi breath. Bring it back. Switch your directions. Left, back, right, up. Good. Last time. And come to center. Inhale, shoulders roll back and down. Let's take your right hand to the right. Stretch your left arm up and over. Keep your opposite sitting bone down. Anchor that in the mat. Allow the rib cage to expand. Create some space. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. Left hand down, right arm up and over. The space you're making is remembering your intention, right? And creating the physical space in your body to allow that intention, to practice that intention, to be that intention, whatever it might be. Good. Inhale. You're going to take your legs straight out in front of you. I kind of call this, it probably has a name. You're going to turn your fingertips away, but I think of it as like Baywatch. Baywatch pose. All right, your fingertips are turned away, and all you're going to do is point your feet and just stretch up through your heart. Such a nice shoulder, that Baywatch pose. It must have been created for a reason because it's a good stretch. Good. Baywatch asana. There we go. We're not going to be positive all the time, but we can illuminate joy as often as possible. Good. And then slowly bring it back in. All right. Cross your ankles. Let's come around to all fours. Spread your fingertips. Just putting some truth bombs down on y'all this morning, okay? All right. So we're going to stay on the right hand. We're going to kind of kickstand the right leg out to the right and reach the left arm up to the sky like a modified side plank. All right, lift the left leg up to parallel, and you're just going to start to swing the leg forward and back. It's like you're walking on sunshine, walking in the air. Where would you walk to if you could walk anywhere? Just keep going back and forth. I will advocate for daydreaming. There's nothing wrong with creating new possibilities in your mind, as long as they feel good, all right? Keep turning the eye of the right elbow forward, and you should feel a little bit of something. I shouldn't say should. You may feel a little something in that hip. Let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now place the hand down. Listen careful. Your right leg that's back, you're going to Swing it to the left, and now your right leg's going to cross behind, so your knees line up. You can untuck the toes, reach forward. It's like you're taking Gomukhasana legs, but you're not going to sit back. You're going to more come toward puppy pose. And just breathe. Your body giving perhaps some feeling somewhere in it. Maybe it's shoulders, maybe it's hips. And that sensation is giving you an opportunity to remember to breathe. Also the chance to remember that it's not permanent. Take one more breath. Keep sending your inner thighs back, back, back. And at the same time, lift just a little, low belly in and up. Good. Lift the forehead, walk the hands back, uncross the legs, and we're going to just switch sides. I'm going to turn around so I can still stick my tongue out at you. Okay, switching sides. Right arm up towards the sky. And start your walk. Forward and back, forward and back. Keep the legs straight. Now you're trying to create as little movement through your upper body as you can. That's quite hard. It's really easy to just arch and, okay, so try to keep the upper half pretty steady. Just the legs moving. There'll be a little movement, but you're trying to minimize it. Turn the eye of the bottom elbow forward so that bottom shoulder blade hugs into the socket for 5, 4, 3, 2, nothing like a little pose to feel alive, 1. Good. Top hand down, bottom shin. Swivel it forward, swivel it the other direction. Cross the other ankle behind, so my left leg's in front now. Forehead melts. Send the groins back. The more you can send the groins back and let the belly almost kind of tip towards the thigh, there's a greater chance you might feel a little bit deeper sensation. Hug your hands together. Feel your outer upper arms hug towards the center. Good. Walk the hands back in. Right under the shoulders. Good. Uncross the legs. Downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Maybe keeping that bend in the knees to start. And then we're going to kind of come forward, plank pose, pushing off through those legs. Inhale. Bend the knees so they hover. Push hips to heels. And then elevate slightly back up towards down dog, but knees are going to stay bent. Okay, that's the movement. Inhale forward, push off. Inhale. Bend the knees, hover. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend, push back, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hover and push back, down dog. 3 more. Inhale, hover, exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, hover, back. Last one. Inhale, hover, exhale. This time, inhale, forward, plank. Let's go all the way to the belly. Exhale, all the way back. Stretch your hands back, tops of the feet to the floor. Good. Shalabhasana with hands down to start. Keep the hands on the ground. Try to click your pinky toes down towards the floor. Lift your shoulder heads. Turn your kneecaps towards the floor. And then reach your arms up. See if you can get them as high as your shoulders. Good. Stretch through the fingers. For 3. Waking up that back body. 2. Gaze down the tip of the nose. And 1. Good. Hands back down. Tuck your toes. You can push up using the knees to start or up to plank. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly lift heels. Inhale. Begin to tiptoe forward, coming to Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart, Samastitihi. Good. Bring your feet, your big toes to touch. Reach your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, Kali Mudra. Point the index fingers and cross your thumbs. Exhale, side bend over to the right. And just give a little tug on that left hand with the right hand. Move your hips a little bit to the left, but stay connected to both of your feet. Good. Back up to center. Inhale. Exhale. Recognizing the impermanence, right? Through the poses, through the breath. Keep your thigh bones moving back. Tailbone dropping down. Inhale, bring it back up. Good. Exhale, practice your arms. Inhale, interlace your hands if you can behind your back or just reach behind you or grab the strap if you have one. Inhale, open the chest. Separate your feet a little bit. Bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Reach your arms up and over off your back. Dangle your head. Lean a little bit to the right. Inhale, resting right shoulder on right leg. Exhale, back to center. Lean left, left shoulder. Right shoulder lifts off right leg. Exhale, center. Release your hands to the floor. Inhale, half high, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way to the belly. Shalabhasana with your hands back alongside you. Everything gets to lift except, of course, the pelvis here. Inhale, lift up. And stay with it. Couple of breaths. Breathe in. Spread your toes. Breathe out. Try to point your kneecaps down. Lift your inner thighs. Inhale. Draw your tailbone down. See if you can get a little more of your rib cage up. Inhale. A little more of your thighs up. Exhale. One more breath. Breathe in. And release. Good. Hands next to your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Wrists are underneath your elbows. Push up. You can go through plank or all fours. And exhale back. Down dog. 3 breaths. Now remember, I do cue breath a lot, and you don't have to keep tempo. It's just really there to remind you to breathe. Please listen to your body, honor your body. Since I can't see you, something doesn't feel good. You know best. Trust yourself. That's a relationship we also develop on our mat. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees. If you feel ready to float, you can float, or just again, step, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over both your legs. Good, chair pose, Utkatasana, reach the arms up. Good, hands to prayer, exhale. Good, reach your arms out wide, lean forward, inhale. Reach your arms forward, exhale, sit back. Reach your arms forward, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more. Exhale. 2 more. Feel your shoulder blades hug on the back. Exhale, last time, inhale, exhale. You're going to push to stand, inhale, side bend right, take the mudra, exhale, inhale, over left, exhale, inhale, center, forward fold, exhale, half high, breathe in, step back, other foot first, plank pose, inhale, all the way to the belly. Shalabhasana, 5 breaths. So we're really strengthening the back a lot today. And the reason for that is back body is kind of known as that bigger, higher element in the universe, right? You can call it God, you can call it life force, anything that feels like it resonates with you. Front body is the ego self, back body is the universal, that bigger element that we can't see, but we know it's there. Good. For 3, for 2, hands down. 1, tuck the toes, push up, inhale, exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Maybe sigh it out or even lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Stick your tongue out, exhale. Heels rise, breathe in. Bend knees, look forward, step or hop. Half high, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink a little deeper, exhale. Bring your hands into your heart space. Take an inhale, draw your shoulders back and down. Sit way back right from the hip crease, and you're going to twist to the right. Left elbow, bring it to the outside of the right leg. We've been moving quite a lot other than the Shalabhasana, so start to just feel into the pose. Staying connected as the body starts talking to you. Try to rest back into your own breath. Back to chair, inhale. Exhale, second side. Right elbow across, outside of your left leg. Wiggle your toes. Keep the knees married together. Try to keep the right thigh bone drawing back in space. From your left elbow to armpit, hug the armpit back. Rotate the low belly to the left. Back to chair, inhale. Good, forward fold, exhale. Take a couple breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go. Where can you let go? Is it your jaw? Is it your neck? Inhale, lengthen. All right, regular. We'll call it regular, right? That's our perception. Regular vinyasa. So plant your hands if you want to jump. Step, step. Up dog, cobra, inhale. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Right leg's going to go up into the air. Breathe in. Lift from your inner thigh instead of the toes turning out. Inner thigh lifts. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale. Knee to left tricep. Inhale. Knee to right. Pull up, up, up. Inhale. Across. Inhale. We could do this for days, right? Exhale, right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right foot forward. Now take an inhale, and I want you to jump switch or step switch. Okay, so we just did a lot of flexion with those knee to noses on right leg. Drop your back knee down. So now we're going to let it stretch out for a second. Yes, we are. All right, just lean a little bit side to side. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Good. Open up through the chest. Breathe in. Keep those back toes tucked. Exhale. Breathe out. Good. Inhale. Now squeeze your inner thighs together. Back off your lunge just a little bit so you feel a greater distribution front to back. And then squeeze to the midline. Lift up. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, reach up. Airplane the arms. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, airplane the arms. Good. Inhale, reach up. Left hand to left hip. Side bend over to the right, to the left. Keep squeezing to the inner thighs. Hug in front to back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, drop back knee, reach the top arm back. Inhale, lift the back knee, top arm over your head, gaze to the palm. Exhale, drop the back knee, reach it. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Top hand down to the floor. Skandasana. Heels in, toes out. I know I'm not facing you. Lift up through your chest. You can drop that heel if it'll go down. Otherwise, just you can stay up on the ball of the foot. Take a deep breath. Good. One more. Inhale. If you want to take some variations, you are welcome to. It's early in the morning. You want to give yourself a little creative liberty. Now sweep around to the back of your mat. Inhale. Good. Plank pose. Front foot back. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Very good. Breathe in. Good, breathe out. Really connecting into that breath. Breathe in. Yes, breathe out. Once more, inhale. Let it go. Left leg rises, inhale. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale. Left knee, right tricep. Inhale. To the left, to the left, to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. To the left. We got this. Inhale. To the right. Inhale. Left foot forward. Exhale. Take an inhale. We jump switch. Exhale. Back knee down. Find a happy place. Find a happy place. Good. A little bit side to side. Those of you that usually practice with me at Lotus probably notice you get a little more commentary when we're doing it through Facebook Live because I'm all alone. So it's like self-soothing entertainment for myself. Tuck the back toes. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. But hopefully some more smiles come along the way. Lift the low belly. Open up through that waistline, through the psoas. Good. Now tuck the back toes back off a little bit. Make sure your feet are wide enough. Exhale, hands to heart, crescent pose. Arms circle up. Inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale. Airplane arms. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Good. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, hands down. Low lunge twist. Inhale. Back knee drops down. Reach the arm back. Exhale. Inhale. Reach the knee up. Arm overhead. Look to the palm. Exhale, drop. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, arm up. Skandasana. Heels in, toes out. Bend that left leg, straighten your right toes, point up towards the sky. Take any variation you would like. Now, if you've got a knee injury you're working with, you just stay up higher, okay? It looks like more like this. Take one more breath. And circle back around. You'll be going back to your front of your mat now, which I'm going to do. But, okay, plank pose. Inhale. You don't need to twirl around like I just did. Exhale. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, back down dog or child's pose, your choice. Breath in. Maybe it's out the mouth. Exhale. Hug your hands in. Inhale. Push into the 10 finger pads. Exhale. Lift the armpits a little more. Inhale. Lift the forearms a little. Melt the base of the heart. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades back. Exhale. Lift your heels. Inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Half high, breathe in. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Good. Bakhasana, crane pose. If you don't want to take an arm balance, sit down in Malasana, yogi squat. If you want to work crow pose, plant your hands. Get your legs as high up in towards the armpits like we were just doing in those knee to noses as you can. Begin to lean forward. Again, it's the leaning forward that lifts. Maybe it's one toe, maybe it's both. And then try to bring the inner edges of your feet together. Yes, suck the heels up a little bit. Maybe start to straighten the arms. It doesn't need to be a lot. I'll just go a little here, just a little, so you can just see it. Good. And then you can jump back to chaturanga. You can just put the feet down. I'll do that first time. Step it back. Exhale. Up dog. Inhale or cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. Right leg reaches up. Inhale. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps forward and through. Warrior one this time. Inhale, arms reach up. Sink down, exhale. Lift the low belly, breathe in. Warrior two, exhale. All right, you may need to adjust your feet. Sometimes I do have to go a little longer from a warrior 1 to a warrior 2. You've got heel to arch alignment in your feet. And your drishti, your gaze, is to your right middle finger. Ujjayi breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. Inhale. Sink a little deeper. Exhale. Flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Lean back. Lean back. Keep the right knee moving to the right. Now this top arm is going to slowly, we're going to straighten the front leg, turn your right toes 90 degrees so they face the long edge of your mat. Right hand's going to go down and left arm is going to go up. So you're in Prasarita Padottanasana. And then you're going to bend your back leg, your left leg, stretch the arm over the ear so we get a big groin stretch on that inner thigh. Look to your palm for 3, for 2. So good. 1. Spin back to the back of your mat, side angle. So now your back foot, your right foot, stays where it is. You're back to heel to arch. Top arm's going to sweep over your ear. You could always bring your forearm up on your thigh. Good. Though you're holding the pose, your breath is still nice and fluid. Take 1 more. Good. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Top hand to hip. Now you can grab your block. In fact, I definitely, if you had one, would encourage you to use it. Good. Pick that back leg up, hand on hip. Left block, as if the left and right block. The block is under your left shoulder. Flex that top foot. Reach the arm up towards the sky. Good. Now take the arm over the ear. We're going to have a little leela, a little playfulness, a little fun. Inhale. Knee and elbow are going to come together and try and tap toward each other. Inhale. Warped yogi fun. That's what we're having. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Woo! Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hand to the ground. Big step back, low lunge, twist. Inhale, arms to the left arm to the sky. Squeeze your feet together. Woo! The more you squeeze the feet together, wrap that outer right hip back. It starts to feel good. Okay. Good. Now you're going to roll to the outer edge of the back foot, stack the feet, and actually come down to sit. I'm going to turn this way. Okay. Your bottom arm, you can see my shoulder is a little bit behind the wrist. This top hand, just keep it by your hip. And you're going to push into the bottom leg and inhale, kick the top leg forward, reach the arm over, and exhale down. That's it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Or wake up the side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. We have 3 more. Lift. Lower. Are you breathing? Lift. Lower. Last time. Lift and lower. Good. Plank pose. Inhale. Good. Now, I'm going to give 2 options here. You can take chaturanga, or you can jump forward and take a crow pose, again, a second time, and then you will vinyasa. But we're all going to meet in down dog. We're all going to meet in down dog. So second pass at your crow, totally optional. Extra breaths if you took down dog. Now, if you're going to jump back, let your elbows start to bend, and then heart forward, shoot your feet back. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. Ooh, we deserve, yogis, 3 breaths there, maybe even 5. Breathe in. Nothing like showing up on your mat at 8 a.m. on a Monday.
Find your Ujjayi breath again when you can. Our left leg goes up. Left knee, left nose. Left armpit. It's a good time, isn't it? Inhale. Left knee, right armpit. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Left foot forward and through. Warrior one. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Pretty sure I'm going to take up comedy next, okay? Lift the low belly. Maybe the only one at the comedy show. Exhale. Take another breath. Breathe in. And we're going to warrior two. Exhale. As long as you are giving yourself a good time, like not me, but you yourself, that's really what matters. Exhale. How can we enjoy the present moment a little bit more fully, right? Remembering that things aren't permanent, so just enjoying all that life offers. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior, lean it back. We will find a way. Keep the knee moving left on the front leg. Keep the back leg straight. Lean, lean, lean down that back leg. Rebend into your left knee deeper. Top arm, it's going to go to the sky to start. Turn your left toes so they point towards the long edge of your mat. Now that top arm goes down. Right arm goes up. Take the right knee, bend it, reach the arm over the ear. Gaze towards the palm. Nice big stretch for the groin on the left side. Good. Sweep that right hand down. Turn the right toes around. Side angle pose. Bottom arm. Make it feel good. Okay? That's the mission. Make the pose feel good. Ujjayi breath. Sink a little deeper in that right leg. Push into your back foot. Stretch through the fingertips. Half moon, hand to hip. Pick the back leg up. Top arm up. If you're feeling steady, gaze is down, it's straight ahead, or it's up. Depending on the day, it's about listening to your body. Do you do what the body needs on that given day? Top arm's going to reach over the ear. Exhale. Knee and elbow come toward each other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hand down. Big step back. Low lunge twist. Left hand down. Enjoy here. Wrap that outer right hip back. Reach. Left hand to right hand. Push into both of your feet. Turn the belly. Lay into your back body. Lay into it. Okay, we're coming to that variation of side plank. So roll to the outer edge of the foot and then just come on down. You know what to do now, right? I'll stay facing backwards. Hug that bottom arm bone back. Your shoulder is behind your wrist here. Top hand, right hand by your hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So we're firing off this whole outer bank to have to lift up here on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's a very functional movement, right? Inhale. Exhale. Muscles that we need. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We got this. Inhale. It seems like it shouldn't be that hard, but I don't know. It is. All right. Plank to chaturanga. We're going to meet on the belly this time, but you have another option for crow if you want it. So come forward. Otherwise, some of you just lay on down to your belly. 3rd time crow. 3rd time crow. And if you shoot back, chaturanga, give yourself a moment there and then come on to the belly. Lower it all down. So good. Rest a cheek Or if you want to, stack your hands. Wiggle out those hips a little bit. Good. Now you're going to keep your forehead. If your cheek is turned, I want you to stack your hands, one on top of the other. Draw your legs together. And inhale, lift just your legs. Just the legs. Again, try to turn from the toes turning up. Try to turn the kneecaps down. Turn your toes down and spread your toes. Now, even though the head isn't lifted, can you lift your armpits up so you feel a connection there? Keep your, whatever hand is connected to the forehead, keep the hands just like they are. Try to start by lifting just your elbows. Your head is still down. Feel your shoulder blades connect on the back more, and then lift that left palm up, or bottom palm, whatever the bottom palm is. For 3, for 2, try not to lift your head with your hands at all. Your back body's lifting your head. And 1. So good. Now switch your hands. If you brought a cheek to the mat, switch your cheek. You can meet us back here in just a moment. All right, again, squeeze your legs together. Lift your legs. Maybe the big toes, try to stay touching. Lift your elbows. Hug your shoulder blades onto the back. Hollow out your armpits. Try to lift your bottom palm up. You aren't pushing against the forehead. Your back body is lifting entirely. For 3, for 2, and release. So good. Bring it down. 1. Very good. Forehead to the floor. Bend your knees. Dhanurasana. Reach back. Good. Kick back. Lift up. Good. Now if you want to rock a little, you can. If you want to point your feet a little bit more, try to lift, lift, lift for 3, for 2, for 1. So good. Exhale. Whew. Bring it all the way down. Puppy pose. Stretch your arms forward. Forehead to the floor. Maybe chin to the floor. Can you feel your back body here? You feel your shoulder blades helping your heart move towards the earth. Inhale up. Right knee, right wrist. Pigeon pose. Now, if pigeon does not work on your body, stay in pigeon if you are all good. Figure 4, you lay on your back, just like this, okay? Hug the ankle above the right knee, or left knee, excuse me. All right. Lift your chest, inhale. Now just come to the forearms, exhale. Just to the forearms. Melt your heart. Now you have an option, 2 options. You always have options. You always have multiple options, right? You can just fold forward, pigeon, arms walk forward. If you like, lift up on that right palm, thread your left arm underneath, and you might want a block, and your head could rest there. Some of you, you're more flexible here. You'll be able to come all the way down. You could use a blanket as well. Right hand, push into that palm. Whew. And revolve your chest. Easy does it here. Easy does it. Give yourself permission to breathe into the areas that you feel your body holding on. What if the goal wasn't to try to soften it or even melt it, but just to be with it, right? To be with discomfort, because how often are we playing in that arena? A lot. Being able to stay steady through discomfort. Good. And then slowly come up. Now let this front heel come in a little more towards the hip and reach back. Left hand is going to catch your left foot. And if your shoulders are tight, it's most likely it'll be easiest to grab the outside. Your thumb can hook like a C shape. Thumb is on the inside, forefingers are on the outside. Or if you're more open here in the shoulder, you're going to spin your fingertips around in the same direction as your toes. Your right hand, bring it where it's supportive for you or comfortable. If you have mermaid or merman in your practice or you want to work toward it, you put the foot into the crook of the elbow and you may just stay right here. This is a good spot. Otherwise, right arm forward, hug the arm bone in the socket, reach up, and then you're trying to clasp here. Lay your head back here into the right forearm if you get that clasp for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Now listen careful. Plant your hands. Sweep the right leg up. Ooh, shake it out. Right foot forward again. Ardha Hanuman. Back knee down. Straighten front leg. You can go deeper if you want to. Okay, you might want your block. We did some for the hamstrings. We did, right, half moon and some of those different lunges, the wide straddle. So just depending, your hamstring might feel so good just staying here. Those of you that want to go deeper, spin the inner thighs back. So inner thighs back. Wrap that outer right hip down. You can just slide out a little bit till you get that block. Flex the front toes. Try to bring that frontal hip point forward on that back leg. You can keep your hands on your hips. You can reach them up. You can bring them to the heart. Lift the low belly. Good. And then hands down, meet back in the Ardha Hanuman. Let's all go back into the lunge. Bend that front knee. Step back. Tabletop. Take a breath. Pigeon pose. Second side. Left knee, left wrist. Tuck your back toes. You may need to scooch that knee back. And if you have a knee, the knee gets any kind of pain in it, you'll definitely want to take the variation on your back, okay? So pausing, coming on to perhaps the forearms. Now the degree to which this left shin moves forward will intensify your stretch. The closer my heel is to the hip, it takes some of the stretch out, the further forward, but you really have to push into the outer edge of the foot. The outer ankle lifts here to keep the knee and in particular safe here. Come onto the forearms, pause there, and you can stay there. Some of you stretching your arms forward, or some of you, you're taking the twist. That left palm will go down, and our right arm is going to thread. Right side of the head coming down. And some days my left hand, it stays there. Some days I didn't mention this, but some days you might want to take the bind and you find the foot. Some days I like to put it just above the knee on the thigh. Give yourself permission. Here's where you get to be a little creative. Good. And then bring it back. Push into that left hand. If you're twisted, walk it back up. And now I'm tighter on this side, so my foot is already closer to my hip, but I want you to squeeze your knees together. So just notice when that happens, my whole pelvis lifts. If I stay this low, it's just too much for me. And if you're very flexible, it's very easy to pull something because there's no muscle energy happening. So you really got to squeeze in, and then we're going to bend the back leg, reaching back for the thigh stretch. Okay, some of you turning the foot.
This side is just saying to me right now today, I might go this far, but I'm not sure I'm going to go for the full grab. So if you're going into mermaid, it's the left arm forward, arm bone back, reach the arm up towards the sky, bend the left elbow, turn the right arm up, catch the hands. It's okay that things aren't always the same on both sides. And release, very slow and careful, release. Plant your hands, down dog kick just to shake it out. And then that same foot's going to come forward, Ardha Hanuman, back knee down, straighten front leg. Back tends to round here. It helps the hamstring not contend with so much resistance, right? So you have to find the balance. I advocate more for you bending that front knee a little bit and try to send your groins back so your spine can get a little straighter. My guess is you're still going to feel the stretch in your hamstring, but try to keep a little more alignment in your upper body. And those of you that want to go deeper, again, you can take the block if you need it. Tuck those back toes. Good, and breathe. You might get some quivering. I'm having a little quivering happening in my front leg, and that does happen. Take another breath. Good. Meet Ardha Hanuman back there. Ardha Hanuman, just stay there. We'll all bend back into the lunge. Good. And then we're going to step forward into Malasana Yogi squat. Just for a brief pause. And then sit on down. Baddha Konasana. That feels good. All right, hold your ankles. Lift up nice and tall. Flap your wings. And fold forward. Some days I like to bring my arms in front of my shins and push the back just above the elbows. Push, if the hands will go down, against your shin. What will happen is that pressure will plug your humerus into the socket a little more. You'll get a little more extension out of the low back, perhaps, and a deeper opening in that hip. Very nice, yogis. Inhale, walk up. All right, if you have a wall, I want you to come near it. And I'm going to take my blanket. And you're going to put your hip side saddle, swing the legs up. Legs up the wall for a moment. We'll be here for about a minute or so. And then I'll work you into Shavasana. Your legs worked hard today, so we would definitely want to give them a chance to get a little bit of a healing movement. Legs up the wall, one of the most therapeutic poses. It helps if you have trouble sleeping. It helps with anxiety. It helps rebalance the nervous system. If you are using it to help you with sleep, take this pose for a good 5 to 10 minutes before you go to bed at night. Now you can, of course, stay longer in this shape. In fact, you might just take your Shavasana here today. But you can let the feet slide together if you're ready to come to Shavasana. Just let the knees meet back where you were sitting a moment ago in cobbler pose. Knees wide, feet together, soles of the feet together. And then use your hands to gently bring your knees together and just sort of shimmy asana over back onto your mat. Palms turn up. Legs open up about the width of your mat. And I will, of course, cue you when it's time to come out. So take these next several minutes to allow your body to absorb the movements that you just did physically, to feel almost a sense of digestion, an alchemizing of the asana shapes, to your mind and your body. Begin to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Fingers and toes, or ankles and wrists. Maybe even your head moves a little bit side to side. Taking a moment to right now just recognize that back body, this greater energy, this greater sense of presence that is holding you just as the earth is holding you right now. So So as you take your left foot and place it by bending the knee, place your left foot to the floor. And then use that kind of push and roll your body onto your right side. The legs stack. Your right arm now supports your head as a pillow. And then use your hands to bring your body upright. Back into Anjali Mudra. Remember the energy of your mat, breathing life into you, love into you. And also holding space for whatever maybe showed up for you on your mat today. And recognizing this deeper viewpoint of life, of the great impermanence. And the truth is, we don't want things to stay the same as much as we think we do. Otherwise, a seed would never become a flower. A child would never grow into an adult. We need change. And it's becoming adaptable. It's becoming resilient. It's becoming clear and steady within our own self amongst this sea of constant change. And knowing that you have your own back, that you are here to support yourself, that you've developed what they call Maitri, which is deep, loving kindness for yourself. As you bring your thumbs to third eye, remember the wisdom that lies within you. And as you go off your mat today, remember your intention. What it is you want to cultivate, bring forth, be more of, whatever that might be. And as you leave the mat, we practice that present moment awareness. And when we forget, we breathe. Yogis, it was such an honor to be with you on the mat today. The love and light in me sees, acknowledges the love and light that lives within you. Namaste. Yay, yoga. Thank you. Thank you, yoga family. I know we're not together, but we are. We are together. And I thank you for showing up for these practices. I love seeing you have requests, and I'm thinking about how to move forward and what does this continue to look like. And so if you have ideas or you have suggestions, never hesitate to comment or message me directly. I am here for you. And we can still have profound practices and profound moments, even though we are not in an actual physical space. And maybe this is giving us a gift that we've desperately wanted, right? To have a home practice, to have a connection that we will never let go of. So thank you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Namaste.